Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Let's do a little update on the Figma IPO. That has already happened in the background. The public, for the most part, didn't really have access to this unless you were subscribed to the IPO. But it has already started trading in the background. It's not going to be available for retail purchase in a couple of days. We don't know exactly when that's going to happen at this point, but let's talk about that. So I woke up a little bit late this morning. I slept in for a change. Haven't taken a shower yet. I hope you guys can't tell by the state of my hair. Anyway, let's talk about this headline from Bloomberg. Figma is poised to open at trading at more than triple its IPO price, which to me is a surprise, but just a little bit of more of a surprise than I predicted. Now, if you remember in my last video, I talked about the pricing of the IPO and the documents that they filed, put it between $25 and $28 a share. And I stated in that video that they were likely to file an amendment to raise the price of that IPO because it was already oversubscribed to somewhere north of $30 a share. It ended up closing at $33 a share for the IPO. The interest in this stock is huge. The subscription for the IPO was more than 40 times the available shares, and something like half the people who are actually subscribed to this IPO were not able to get any shares at all. So right now, the company and some insiders are saying that it's probably going to begin trading somewhere between $105 and $110 a share. That's probably true. Do I think it's going to stay there throughout the day on the first day? Probably not. What you usually see is a surge of interest early in the morning, and then you see a bunch of profit taking around mid-morning to early afternoon time, and then the stock tends to even out and start rising again if this is a successful IPO like CRCL is. So by the end of day, we'll probably see that price rise again. How far it goes, I don't know, but there are some wild and crazy predictions when it comes to this stock. I just want everyone to remember that the fair market value of this stock, based on what they published so far, is probably about $28 a share. Just like CRCL, this stock is going to blow through any reasonable way to value this stock. $105 to $110, it's not worth that based on its current earnings. But the other thing is this company is growing at around 46% per year. We will not know the real state of their financials until they report their first couple of quarters. That first quarter, there's going to be a ton of one-time expenses related to the IPO. Second quarter and third quarter that they report is probably going to give us a better idea of how much the company is actually worth. So, like I said, the folks that are kind of in this market are implying that there's going to be a 233% gain over the IPO price of $33 a piece. The shares were marketed between $30 and $32 after the company increased the range earlier this week. They sold 12.7 million shares in the IPO, which raised about $1.2 billion. The IPO pricing gave Figma a market value of about $16 billion. The company has a fully diluted value of roughly $18.5 billion. I don't know where stock trading at $105 to $110 per share places it in terms of its overall valuation, but it's going to be a lot. So the figure is likely to climb well above the $20 billion valuation and that they planned on back when they were trying to make the sale to Adobe that fell apart in 2023, which I think is a missed opportunity for Adobe. I don't remember exactly the reasons that this fell apart. It may have been regulatory issues. And here it is in the article. The shares offered in Figma's IPO were ultimately more than 40 times oversubscribed, with more than half the orders receiving no stock. That is an indication that there is insane demand for this stock. So anyway, guys, if you are planning to look into this stock, I think it's an opportunity to turn around a quick profit. This is not something, of course, that I can recommend. I cannot recommend that you buy, sell, or hold any security through a YouTube video. No one who is an actual certified financial planner or licensed advisor can actually do that. So you have to do your own research, make your own decisions about whether or not this is a good investment. I will personally be buying some of this stock. I don't know if I'm going to hold it long term or not. I typically don't buy short-term stocks, but this may be one of those that I attempt to turn around a quick trade on. Thank you very much and have a nice day.